was waiting for you to do the intro. It was just silence.
Welcome to the latest episode of The Body Count Continues, where we have truly hit rock bottom.
We have not. This is actually the peak. See, this is how this episode is going to be. It's going to be disparity all the way through between what I
This,
have to say, what you have to say.
yes, probably.
We're talking about hit movie, is what I'm saying. Marianne has a different opinion.
We're talking about a sleeping pill.
A sleeper hit.
Talking about one of your favorite movies and easily one of my least favorite movies.
It's not one of your least favorite movies.
It is,
You gave
and
it 5
how
out of 10.
no, I did not. We are talking about this movie because I lost a fucking bet because Juno Kaplan is a whore, and I
Wow.
couldn't stop myself from saying it.
And you still
So,
haven't learned. You're still doing it.
well, there's no bet on the table here.
There was a lesson in
So,
that episode.
no, there's no lesson. I think, throughout this episode, I might throw in a few home wrecking horror references because, it can't get any worse than this. I'm
Yeah.
about to embark upon, well, I already embarked upon the rewatch of this movie, which I did
Yeah.
say I would never rewatch again. And now I have to talk about it. And I'm not
Yeah.
happy.
I'm pretty happy.
I know you are.
I enjoyed the rewatch.
This is like your Friday the 13th.
Yeah, except it's even better,
Okay, I'm gonna kick your ass. Watch it. It is not better than Friday the 13th. There is no boobs, very minimal blood. Yeah, no.
There's almost boobs. It's a bra scene.
You wish there were boobs.
Was that a
You
reference to someone in particular that
you
I'm not
would
catching?
cut your own dick off to see her boobs. Before we get into the snooze fest that is this movie,
Sleeper hit.
we had a trailer drop this week.
We
A
had
big
2
trailer.
trailers, really.
Well, we're just gonna talk. Wait, what was the second one?
Stranger Things.
I don't care about that.
I assume you're going to talk about Scream 7.
I really don't want to, but I feel like we have to because it's something that's being so heavily talked about. Look, Stranger Things, I was a huge fan. And after season 3, I just fell off.
Did you like season 3?
I did.
Because that
I
was my
think,
favorite, I think. In
yeah,
line.
season 3 is my favorite. My issue became when I started having an issue with the show when Netflix and the showrunners started treating it like Game of Thrones. 2-year breaks in between seasons. Right now, the last season is about to start airing and they've broken it up into 2 parts. And they're even going to show the series finale in theaters. So they're really fucking milking this cow dry.
Yeah. I mean, they've not got long left.
They don't, but
Apparently they're doing spin-offs, though, so
great.
there's that. I don't
It's
think
gonna
I'll watch them.
be it's gonna be like The Walking Dead all over again. I don't appreciate the way that they milk these things, and here's why, and I compared it to Game of Thrones. The last season of Game of Thrones was absolute dog shit for me. Personally, didn't like it, and this is the type of shit that they did. They built it up so much, and they didn't deliver anything. So I have some serious concerns about the last season of Stranger Things. I didn't like I said, I dropped off after season 3. I didn't watch season 4. I lost interest. I'm not gonna lie. I lost interest in the show,
It was
and I
good. It
lost
was a lot, though.
interest in the characters.
Mm.
So my concern is with all the hype, them breaking up the season, throwing the last episode into theaters. My concern is that they're about to deliver something that is very underwhelming. I feel like when you make an episode or a season of television that's really truly good, you don't need to do all this other shit. You don't need to market it in these completely asinine ways. So I'm a little bit concerned about what season 5 is going to look like. And yeah, I'm just going to say it. I don't care anymore.
Okay. I never watched Game of Thrones, but I do know that the little crippled boy became king in the end, which is quite inspiring to me.
Well, yes, his name is Bram,
There's still a
but
chance.
he did become king in the end.
I enjoyed the first book
My girl Dani died, which it was kind of foreshadowed.
from Midsummer.
I
I
did
mean, I
not
know how
like.
it ends, so I can't really complain about spoilers.
And the Lannisters, Cersei, her death was so anyways, I'm not gonna get into it, but I'm just gonna say HBO really hyped up that final season.
I did watch the Scream 7 trailer, though.
I did too, and I'm gonna say the same thing, meh.
Yeah, I think I said online, there's nothing that excites me about what I saw. Some of the Ghostface shots are nice, but it kind of looks like Halloween 2018 all over again, mixed with some Scream 4.
I have a theory,
Okay,
and I could be wrong.
usually are.
No, actually, I'm not, but,
Okay, you
you
are
know.
this week, but go ahead.
No, I'm not. I don't think so. I mean, look, we're gonna have to wait until February to see, but there's a big there's a big issue with movies that come out and the trailers that precede them. There's a big issue with trailers giving away the best parts of a movie. And I do understand that when you're trying to encourage people to go to the theater, so maybe it does make sense to give some stuff away. You see too many people now leaving movie theaters saying that movies have given away the best parts in their trailers. And I'm gonna point to Smile.
With the window scene.
Yeah, it's Rose's sister, and yeah, her head becoming dislocated or whatever the hell you wanna call that.
Yeah, that
That's
didn't need to be
probably
there.
that's probably the biggest blunder that I can think of in a
Especially
trailer.
when you consider the marketing for that movie, which was really good, where they had people sitting in the stands at sports events and stuff smiling, and they had the image of the smile itself that was enough to sell the movie, in my opinion, just for them to throw one of the best parts into the trailer for no good reason.
Well, that's it, there was no good reason, it makes no sense. I'm hoping that they're playing their cards close to the vest in this case, and the reason I say this is because we do have a list of everybody that is returning, and when I say everybody, I mean all these dead people. Stu, Roman, help me out here.
Billy's in there somewhere. They say that Mrs. Loomis might be there. That's a rumor.
I can't remember.
There's talk
He
of Emma Roberts' voice cameo.
There you go. But there were quite a few that were confirmed, and all of these characters are dead. So the assumption is that the killer is gonna be operating using some kind of, like, deep fake.
Good old fashioned voice changer.
Well,
Roman's also back, apparently.
we saw the voice changer that could imitate people in Scream 3. Roman had a voice changer that had everybody's voices. So I think if they revisit that, it's gonna be a little bit boring. They kind of have to take it up a notch, and that's why I'm this is gonna sound weird because I hate AI, but I am hoping that that's the direction they're going in, not actually using AI in the movie, but having.
Thematically.
Yes, thematically. It's very on brand, it's very current. It's something that everybody's talking about. Looking at you, Jason Blum, and
That's all.
I think that's a sensible direction to go in. That being said, in the trailer, we only got like all of these dead characters that are supposedly returning, we only got a glimpse at one. And when I say glimpse, I mean you only hear his voice for less than 5 seconds at the end, and that's Matthew Lillard's voice. That is the thing that leads me to believe that they've left a lot out of this trailer. The only thing that we really get confirmed, and this was a rumor, is that Sydney's daughter is named Tatum, which I like that. That I feel like, I don't know, I like that. I don't like, I've been very vocal about this, and I will continue to be vocal about this. I don't like that Sydney's husband has been recast. We don't know if he's been recast. It
I
could
mean,
be,
they
it,
claim otherwise, but the fact that he was named Mark in Scream 5 or Scream 6, whatever it was, that indicates to me that the plan was to have the guy from Scream 3.
I think so too. And maybe there was a scheduling conflict. I know that they were filming Thanksgiving too at one point.
Yeah.
But I am a lover of continuity. So if he was unavailable, I think that Scream 7 should have readjusted its filming schedule to accommodate him, which I
Oh,
realize sounds ridiculous. I know that things like this cost money. Now, here's the thing, her marrying somebody who is not Mark from Scream 3 is not a problem for me. But why the fuck is his name Mark and why the fuck is he a police officer?
dunno. Guess she's into cops.
No, but do you know what I mean? It could have been a different guy. Then give him a different name and give him a different job.
Yeah,
And
they kind of hamstrung themselves by referencing it in the first place.
I don't think they realized that they would be introducing the character at the time.
Yeah,
It's always been a
a lot
Sydney-centric
happens.
franchise, and now we're inviting her family into things. Even,
Yeah,
Scream 5 when, of course I have a gun, I'm Sydney fucking Prescott. You see her pushing a stroller, but we don't see the husband, we don't see the kids, we don't even learn the kids' names. It's
yeah, and
her family life, her home life is very secondary, and now it's being pushed to the forefront.
yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the idea to begin with. We'll see.
What is this? I wanna know what this means for the franchise. Are we gonna be doing Scream 8, 9, and 10 with Tatum Prescott? At the same time, it's a little bit tired, like, leave this fucking family alone.
Yeah, they'll have to wrap it up eventually. The idea of a Scream 10 sounds a bit ridiculous,
I mean,
especially if it's the same characters coming back again and again.
say that to Jamie Lee Curtis.
I feel like it's a little different, though. They've given her different timelines. They've not done that with Sydney. They've just sort of
Yes,
tried to shoehorn her into this ongoing narrative.
they have given her different timelines. Anyways, my hope like, everybody knows Scream is not my favorite franchise.
It isn't?
No.
Oh.
The first movie, so groundbreaking, so different,
So where's
and
Craven for you? He did that like 4
everything
times in his career.
but everything that's followed feels like a little bit more of the same, and that's not to say that I don't enjoy the movies that follow. I feel like Scream's impact would have been far greater had they left it at 1.
Yeah,
Every movie is the
maybe.
same thing. Every movie is them talking about how it's definitely somebody close to you and trust no one, and then we go down the list of suspects and we go down the rules, which, we add some new rules with each movie. Sequel rules, trilogy rules,
Requel
legacy
roles.
rules, requel rules. When we heard Randy's speech in part 1, it was just so wow. It was the impact of the first Scream cannot be understated. As much as it's not my favorite franchise, it did change the game. I have to acknowledge that. Everything that comes after, it's not changing the game. You're just riding on Wes Craven's coattails. I mean, hell, he rode on his own coattails because he
Yeah, I
did 2,
mean,
3, and 4.
he did the main ones.
He did.
I personally would have been fine with them wrapping it up at 4,
I
but
knew
that's
you were
just
gonna
me.
say that because I know you like 4, and
Yeah,
listen,
4's my
4
favorite.
is my 2nd favorite of the franchise,
Taste.
and I like it, but and this has nothing to do with Emma Roberts, because I
Better
know
not.
you're a big fan.
Mad as hell.
By then, it had already started to feel stale. The only difference with 4 is that we got the bait and switch, the final girl bait and switch, where the girl who's supposed to be, the next generation Sydney Prescott turns out to be the killer. I think 4 had the biggest twist since the original. With slasher movies, the formula is you have a group of friends, a group of young kids. One of them survives most of the time, and then the rest of them are kind of cannon fodder. But they're always on the same team. It's them versus, this evil thing, be it Jason or Freddy or Michael. I think Scream was really the first case of like the call is coming from inside the house. And I'm not talking literally now, I'm
Okay.
talking figuratively.
The When a Stranger Calls Erasure.
I think that's what Scream taught us. Scream taught us
Don't trust men.
no, but Randy said it perfectly. Everybody is a suspect.
Apart from Joe Roberts. She'd never do that.
She did it,
Whoops.
actually, and she died, but,
After a rewrite.
a rewrite because test audiences did not like the original ending.
I don't think it was test audiences.
Or maybe it was Craven then.
I
I
think it
don't
was
know.
producers getting cold feet. Well, no, because Craven like left in the last couple of frames where she sort of twitches a bit. He did that
Oh, sh
intentionally, apparently.
I think you're Delulu,
No,
but
this is what he said. I've posted this before
okay. But look,
on the
I
audio
like
commentary.
I like I like 4,
It's a banger.
but
You love
but
4.
I do,
Exactly.
but it's stale, and
It's not stale.
I'm not just talking about 4, everything that came after 1. When you come out with something that
Okay.
is so different and something that people have never seen, and you tack on 6 sequels, I don't want this to start any Scream discourse.
Like that could happen.
But I think that when you have something that's so unique and so special and you churn out all these sequels,
Hollywood, baby.
you cheapen the original. You take away from the original. You undermine the original. And I realize that people could come and say, well,
Friday the 13th.
yes,
Jason Voorhees. Your favorite slasher killer.
yes, Scream took that formula and just set it on fire. And they were like, fuck this. We don't want to follow the formula. We don't want to do what every other slasher movie that came before us has done. So they turned the whole subgenre onto its head, which is, I think, what's so special about it.
Yeah.
And yeah, everything that comes after it just cheapens it. Anyways, we're getting off the subject of the trailer, but I really do think, just based on all of the people that we know are returning, I feel like they held back in that trailer. And if that's the way they went, then it could pay off.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they help back because to me it was very underwhelming. And even if they did, it's gotten something like 13 million views already last time
Look,
I saw. So it's not like it's hurting them to market it this way, apparently.
And even then, like I said, it's not gonna be my favorite movie of 2025. Who could bring back Matthew Lillard and have him laying there naked covered in whipped cream, and it's still not gonna be my favorite movie of 2025.
Comes out in 2026.
Okay, I meant 2026, I'm sorry. That's what I meant. Like, it doesn't matter what they do, it's not gonna be my favorite movie of the year.
Okay.
But
Do you know what might be?
it's too hard to tell because we don't know what is coming out
Okay.
all
I f
year.
I feel like I know what my favorite TV show of 2026 is gonna be, though.
Okay, well,
To bring it back
that's
to bring it back to Emma Roberts.
yes.
AHS
Yes.
is back, baby, with the most stacked cast since, what, Coven?
Apocalypse, maybe,
Yeah, I guess. I
because
mean,
they all came back for Apocalypse.
yeah, they did, you're correct. I was gonna say, did Kathy Bates come back? But she did. She was a different character in that one.
Yeah. So, yes,
An
very
evil
excited.
an equally evil but less racist character.
No, but
No,
okay,
but what?
I'm gonna
You don't
try
need
and
to defend her.
no, listen, I'm gonna try and say this as delicately and as thoughtfully as I can.
That she's a great character despite her flaws, because I would agree with that.
Kathy Bates plays yes, in Coven, she plays a racist, a woman who, in her youth, was an unapologetic racist.
And then
But
some.
and then some, but then throughout the series of Coven has this amazing arc because she gets very close to Queenie. She's a vile person. She's a disgusting person. There's no taking away from that. But Kathy Bates's arc has always been my favorite. I love watching. First of all, she's a top tier actress, god tier actress.
Well, she won awards for that.
Yeah.
Rightly so, I think.
But seeing her transformation at the beginning, like, in the beginning when she first sees Queenie, where she's staring at her like she is beneath her. She's staring at her like she's nothing, to then forging this friendship.
She finds out differently. Queenie's very much outranks her.
She does. There's so much good in Coven, but that is probably my favorite part of the season, is the journey that Kathy Bates's character goes on. It's and at the end,
Her crying at Obama's speech. That was hilarious. I
it
laughed
was
so much.
hilarious.
She was so broken up.
And it's just yeah, it's just this amazing transformation across the season. She gets so close with Queenie, and I love that character development. Does not take away from the fact that she was a despicable person to begin with. Just putting that out there, in case anybody wants to kind of glom onto that.
I wonder if
But
she'll be playing the same character. I assume so.
I'm not sure.
It seems
There's
it's
a
a
lot of
coven feature.
we have a lot of questions about AHS 13.
Like, how much was Jessica Lange paid to come back?
She said she never would.
Yeah, and that was, like, earlier this year.
Yeah. Kathy Bates said she was retiring after the show that she is currently starring on would come to an end, and I'm so happy that she is coming back because what a fucking crime it would have been for Kathy Bates to end her career on some garbage fucking rehash of Matlock. I have very strong feelings about this Matlock reboot. I used to watch the original with my grandmother, just a fun show, and this new show is stupid and it subverts your expectations, and she is so much fucking better than that. So, however much they got paid, thank you, Ryan Murphy, for
Yeah.
coughing up, all that hard-earned Ed Gein money.
Yeah, they went into the vault for this one.
Did he have a choice?
Like, they
I
got
mean,
everyone.
he's gotta read the chatter online. People have not been happy the last few seasons, and I do
Yeah.
wonder how much of that is because he has diversified himself so much. He's doing the Monsters series for Netflix. He's doing I don't know if he's still doing it, but the American Crime Story, and then he was doing a show called Feud on FX. I feel like when AHS started, he wasn't doing anything else.
Yeah, it was
So
his
he
main thing for a while there.
it was, and I think the second it stopped being his main thing is when it started to go downhill.
Yeah, I'm not sure when he last was the showrunner for a season. It certainly wasn't Delicate, that was someone else.
Yeah,
I'm not sure about the previous 2, but
and
I liked Delicate, but the seasons before that, oof,
Delicate has the distinction of being the only season
the only season
that is not it's not original writing.
based on a book.
It's based on a book. But no, AHS season 13 cannot fucking wait.
I'm ready.
So epic because Emma Roberts and Evan Peters will both be in it. So something else, I don't know how he pulled that off. I will be even more impressed if the two of them share any scenes together.
Yeah, they were in the same location during Apocalypse, but I don't know if they like actually shot scenes together, whether they just matched shots. But
No clue.
I mean, the professional actors, they're not these terminally online people on Twitter that still care about stuff that happened over a
Okay.
decade ago.
So here's what I don't think you can call AHS 13 your favorite TV show yet. You
Well,
don't know. You listen to me.
okay.
You don't know what it's going to look like. There is the distinct possibility that he might shit the bed. I hope he doesn't. I hope with all the hype surrounding the cast announcements and the fact that I'm pretty sure that we haven't even seen the entire cast yet. We've seen the main cast. I'm sure there's going to be others involved.
Yeah, they've got to get Lily Raven,
I want
Taissa
Lily Rabe.
Farmiga,
Yeah, Francis Conroy.
who's also apparently retired, but
Yeah, well, you know what?
maybe.
If Jessica Lange is doing it, you never know. And look, if this is the last season, which is what the rumor is, maybe that's all that Jessica Lange and Kathy Bates needed to hear to come back. Maybe they didn't need money. Maybe Ryan Murphy just said, "We're wrapping it up. We want to do another Coven season and we want to give the fans, something really special." Maybe that was enough for them to sign back on.
Yeah,
But
maybe. I presume it's enough for Emma Roberts and Evan Peters to be willing to work together.
let's call this season our most anticipated because
Let's do that, okay?
I don't wanna jinx it by calling it my favorite.
It's
I'm hoping for the absolute best. I'm hoping
yes,
for the best
same.
season of AHS that we've ever fucking seen, and topping Coven is not gonna be easy. Topping
1984 is my favorite.
1984 is not gonna be easy. Topping Freak Show, Roanoke, like, all of my favorites are so fucking good.
Based on how much he's talked about it in the last year, it seems like he's going to be more involved than he has been, which to me
Okay,
is a good sign.
well, Ryan Murphy, finish off HS, and then give us the 3rd season of Scream Queens that we want so badly.
Yeah, give us that summer camp Scream Queens. I don't care if you did it already in 1984. Do it again.
Go back to Kappa Kappa Tau. I'm sorry.
But
No offense to
with
season 2.
35-year-old Emma Roberts.
Listen,
She'd be
I
house mother.
okay, she was already older than sorority age when the 1st season aired, but
Okay.
I love the series, but season 2 was a steep decline from the 1st season. As much as I enjoyed both,
It
like,
was.
nothing tops season 1 for
It
me.
was it was still funny, but season 1 did have better overall writing.
Yeah. Um, oh my god, you know who I would love to see in the new season of AHS?
Let me guess.
Vagina Teeth.
Kane Hodder.
Vagina Teeth.
Abigail Breslin.
Yes. She hasn't done a season of
Well,
AHS,
they've
has
got
she?
Ariana Grande and they've got Emma Roberts. Let's
I'm
reunite the
okay, I'm
Chanels.
just gonna say, like, I'm actually pissed
Don't
about
say it.
Ariana
Don't
Grande.
get us cancelled.
It's not canceled,
The
I'm not
stands
a
will come
fan.
for us.
Come for
I
us.
thought she was great in Scream Queens, to be honest.
Yeah, but do you realize she had minimal screen time in Scream Queens? And
Yes, I watched
in
that
my
show.
opinion, I don't think she was acting, I think she was playing herself, a ditzy girl. I mean, this was in her donut licking era.
Hey, it worked.
I'm gonna say it, I'm just happy she didn't get a lot of screen time. I am not a fan.
Yeah.
And I'm really hoping that she dies in the 1st episode of AHS 13. Who knows? But no, I
Cooked.
agree. My most anticipated I can't say what my favorite movie's gonna be. I can tell you of all the movies that have been announced for 2026, the one I'm most looking forward to as of right now is Send Help.
Never heard of it.
Yes, you have. You
Have I?
posted about it. You commented on it. It's a movie directed by Sam Raimi,
Oh,
written
yeah.
by Swift and Shannon, the same guys who wrote the Friday reboot and Freddy vs. Jason,
Oh, I remember now. It's
starring
all coming back to me.
Rachel McAdams
Yes.
and Dylan, oh my god, I forget his name. He was on Teen Wolf, but basically he plays a douchebag boss and she plays a very, like, meek employee, and their plane crashes, and she decides, "I ain't taking any more of your shit," and I love that for her. I'm so excited. It looks so good. It looks like a revenge movie, like
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess I did hear about that. You're right. I remember now.
you
It's
did.
all coming back to me. Like, I'm a busy person, you know? All these movies I watch.
You've been off work for a week,
I have.
so
I
I don't know
have.
what you've been busy doing, but
Watching movies. Too many movies, really. I'm tired.
I'm gonna stop with the stall tactics.
And we're going to talk about a movie that we both love, a director we both enjoy immensely. Blackcoat's Daughter, baby. Let's
Okay,
fucking go.
can I just I have to respond to your comment about the director we both enjoy.
Yes.
When he shifted to directing from acting, and I mean, his acting career, a little bit questionable at best.
He said he wasn't good at it, so
He played the well, I think he was playing himself. He played some tall dude in Legally Blonde who gets some books off a top shelf for Reese Witherspoon. In Not Another Teen Movie, he plays a stranger that Catherine has sex with. So his acting career wasn't exactly taking off. He wasn't,
He didn't get Oscar nominated for those.
there was no Oscar nominations coming his way. But when he shifted to directing, I was so excited. Just being the son of Anthony Perkins, and look, I'm not saying that that guarantees him any kind of talent, but I wanted to see what he could do within the genre. And was this his first movie?
It was. This was his debut film.
Obviously, not a fan. Um, and then we have Longlegs and the Monkey. Longlegs I didn't dislike, I just thought it was so overhyped, just insanely overhyped. And for all the praise that I saw for Nicolas Cage, he was barely in the fucking movie. I would have loved to see more screen time. The Monkey I did not enjoy either. But of the 3, the Monkey is the one that I find the least objectionable because I at least enjoyed some of the kill scenes. So the swimming pool, the bus at the end. There were some parts that I found memorable enough, and then he's got this new movie coming out called Keeper. And we talked about this after we watched the movie. I'm not a huge fan of, like, artsy-fartsy horror. I
Which
guess
is
what some
kind of what he
people
does.
yeah, what some people would call elevated horror. I don't like to use that term because so many people just take it in a derogatory way. I live in that sweet spot where the lowest common denominator of horror exists. Boobs, blood, practical effects, shitty acting, shitty music. By the way, when I say shitty, I do mean in a complimentary way. I would much rather watch Frankenhooker than some like elevated horror. There are exceptions, but yeah, in I don't like horror movies that are an intellectual exercise, and that's what Oz Perkins does. They're not for me.
I enjoy them. Apart from one. He's making them for me, and long may it continue. Just don't do what you did with that other one. I'm the pretty thing that lives in the house. That one was boring.
What was that?
I'm the pretty thing that lives in this house. Have you not seen that one?
Is that a movie?
Yeah.
No. Like,
He did it with one of the actresses in this movie, Lucy Boynton, and
mm,
she plays a ghost that just wanders around this house. And I guess the house sitter that's looking after this old woman or whatever, she like sees the ghost, and they both wander around the house for the duration of the movie, and nothing really happens.
okay, but
What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything.
I heard a noise.
I'm sorry, I'm breathing. My apologies.
It
I'll
sounds like
stop.
croaking.
There's an audience for this stuff. I'm just not it. That's it.
I'm the audience for it though.
Anyways, we'll go through
Especially
it.
if you cast Emma Roberts, then I am sad. And that's what he did for his debut film, which is a pretty big get,
Uh,
in my opinion, for an indie horror.
You have admitted to giving higher ratings to movies that she is in just by virtue of her appearance.
Well, yeah.
Which I think, listen, which I think we all
If you
do.
enjoy an actor, they're gonna elevate the movies that you watch them in. It's
Not
not like
always.
I'm lying
Listen,
about how much I enjoy a movie.
okay, listen, not always. I think we're all guilty of what you're describing. You have actors that you really like, and you'll watch them in absolutely anything.
I've watched her in everything, apart from
You
Unfabulous. I've not
cannot
watched that
say to
yet.
me that she has been good in everything that she has ever done. You
Why
can't.
can't I? Why
Because
not?
I'm hoping that you'll look at it objectively enough to say that that's not true.
I think, well, there's this really horrendous, terrible movie she did with Noel Clarke, who is talentless, by the way, called 4321, and she was badly miscast in that.
Yeah, but you're saying miscast.
Well, she didn't suit the role, so it didn't work. Her acting didn't work in that movie, if that's what you want from me.
I love how you're putting the onus on the casting director. Look, it's no
I'm putting
shade.
the onus on Noel Clarke because I despise him.
See, this is where it gets a little bit biased. I think we all do this. And for me growing up, that was Sarah Michelle Gellar. I
You sat through the
am
return, eh?
one of the biggest Buffy the Vampire Slayer fans. I do a rewatch every year. When Buffy came along, it was just like fun deal. Love her so much. And then she did Cruel Intentions. I was there opening day for every single movie that she was in.
Everyone,
Even everyone, even the ones that didn't go into theaters, the ones that were released straight to DVD. The second I saw her face
which was the
on
worst.
the VHS box, had to have it. The worst, Simply Irresistible.
Okay,
A movie so bad. I challenge any Sarah Michelle Gellar fan to defend it.
okay.
But basically
Maybe we'll
she
have
plays
takers.
She plays a girl who has taken over her deceased mother's restaurant.
Okay.
Only problem is she can't cook.
Just hire someone else, Sarah.
So, well, she has a sous chef. Anyway, she can't cook
Let him do it.
and they can't afford the rent. Restaurant is in danger of closing down until one day she goes to the market and I'm not making this up.
Okay.
She buys a magic crab.
A magic crab. Does she cook this magic crab?
No, no.
That would be amazing.
She puts him in a safe place in her kitchen.
I can help you save your restaurant. Shut up.
No, he
Throws her in
doesn't
the
talk. He
boiling
doesn't
pot.
talk. He doesn't talk, but he does kind of move his
I'm out.
claws. He moves his claws whenever he's like doing something
Okay.
magical. He transforms her ability to cook where all of her emotions then go into her food.
Okay. Does she cook seafood around this crab?
She buys the magic crab in this big basket of crabs and she saves the magic one, but she cooks the rest.
She cooks the other crabs in front of the magic crab.
Yeah, she cooks his family.
Oh my gosh, she is sick. And this crab, do you think this crab is helping her because she might let him go?
There's like this weird guy at the market who gives her the crab.
Does it end with her eating the crab?
I can't breathe. Oh my God.
Please say
No,
yes.
it doesn't. So it's a rom-com.
She doesn't fall in love with the crab.
The cooking storyline is a bit secondary, although it is interwoven into the main story, but it stars her and Sean Patrick Flannery, Bobby Dagan from Saw 3D.
Okay, sure.
Everybody has to admit that even their favorites shit the bed on occasion. And
She's made some decisions.
she has. And look, I don't like the Blackcoat's daughter, but I think she is well suited to this movie. As much as I don't like the story, I don't like a lot about this movie, she is well suited to it. There's no bad acting. I mean, I hate to say it, but I think my complaints, they all boil down to Oz Perkins. I'm sorry. This movie combines all of the things that I do not like in movies. And they put all of that together onto this like poo-poo platter of nothingness.
There is very minimal plot. Even I'll admit that.
There's minimal plot. The entire movie is gray, very little blood.
It's wintry.
There's 2 kill scenes or 3, minimal blood, stupid conversations that go nowhere. Like I feel like I'm watching art house cinema.
I mean, it
And what I
kind of
really want to
is.
watch is men getting hit in the groin with a football.
Okay.
I am men getting hit in the groin with a football. That is my taste in movies.
And that's not what
And
this is.
no, this is Barney's movie. What was Barney's movie called?
Gotten. Can't remember the name of it.
For those of you who are not following this tangent,
Simpsons.
it's a Simpsons reference.
Don't caution me. I'm already dead.
I am the idiot in the audience who's laughing my ass off at an old guy getting hit in the groin with a football. I think that's actually a beautiful analogy for our different tastes in movies.
Yes. I mean, brings a tear to my eyes.
All right. I think I've been stalling because I don't like the movie, and also I've been stalling because I wonder if we're going to get
I haven't got to my first note.
a decent episode out of this like
A minimalist horror movie.
this nothing burger. Because look, there's not a lot to unpack in each scene, but I will start by saying that this is a direct TV movie.
We don't know that. They could have just funded it a little bit. I don't know the history there, but the first
Did you
production company name that comes up is DirecTV, and you certainly enjoyed that part of the movie.
did you guys have or do you guys have DirecTV in the UK?
I don't think so. Explain to me what it is. Is it like Plex or something? Or Tubi?
I don't know. Listen, I don't know if it exists anymore. DirecTV, if I'm not
What was it?
mistaken, it was like a satellite dish company.
Okay.
Mm.
So they got out after that.
I think this might have been the final nail in the coffin for them.
What a way to go out though, because it's a banger
Okay.
with Kiernan Shipka, Lucy Boynton, and Emma Roberts.
And James Remar. Let's not forget James Remar.
He's great in this movie.
I'm a big James Remar fan.
But you are.
And part of, I think, my issue is what happens to him in this movie.
No.
But yes, we open with the DirecTV logo, and then we open on a lot of fucking snow. Everything is gray.
Which reminds you of home.
It
This is quite
doesn't.
close to you actually, because it's in upstate New York. At the
Upstate New
Bramford
York
School
is
for
upstate.
Girls.
I live in one of the biggest cities in Canada, like
Well, brag much.
metropolitan city.
Big city girl here.
What's that?
City girl here.
I mean, yeah, kind of. Not by choice. I'd rather be a country girl.
Same.
You'd rather be a country girl. We can be country girls together.
Totally. Like we can like live on a farm, and then if we get bored, we'll tell the news media that we've been abducted by aliens, like a lot of those women do around there.
Are you insane?
Okay. Maybe not.
You need to smoke more weed.
Maybe it's illegal here, so it's tough.
Wow.
Maybe Kiernan Shipka's character could have done with weed in this because she doesn't have much chill in her, and
No.
it's like that from the beginning where she's nervously preparing for this piano slash song performance that she's doing.
So I'm glad that you're here to guide us through this because I could
Yeah,
not keep
it's
up with the nothingness that was happening. Like my notes, it was seriously like direct TV, LOL. Snow, lots of snow. Daddy, in brackets, would you like some sausage?
that's not a line from this movie, but you went off on in your
No.
own direction there. After somebody said "daddy," that's where you went.
I-
Basically,
I'm
the
sorry, but like this was just a snooze.
but okay, well, basically the setup here is that this Bramford School for Girls is breaking up for whatever the break's called in late February.
March break, spring break.
Yeah, but it is in February, so that's the alternate title, by the way, February.
Well, it's at the end of February.
Yeah, we've just missed my birthday because this movie takes place on the 20th, I believe.
Mm.
Kiernan Shipka's crossing off the days on her calendar. Might be the 21st, actually. Doesn't really matter.
She's reheating Lori Cardill's nachos.
Maybe. I don't know who that is, but whatever.
Lori Cardill from Day of the Dead. Show some respect.
Okay. But yeah,
She had a calendar.
okay.
It's February.
And she's sad that the priest of the school isn't sticking around to see her performance. I guess he knows how bad it's going to suck and wants to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, she has a really weird conversation with the priest.
Yeah, and at some point, the main takeaway from the conversation isn't even what they're saying. It's her looking away to the right and smiling at something. And this priest, he wants to know what's funny, but she says nothing. She's just sad that he couldn't stick around and watch her.
What is she smiling at?
I assume it's the, I guess the demon that's really the central bad guy in the movie, even though it's kind of hidden away.
There's
And
a demon in this movie?
well, yeah, it's got the pointy ears and stuff, sort of like Frank the Rabbit, and Donnie Darko.
I must have missed it.
What do you mean? It's like that's what that's what's driving her to do all the things. Like it calls on the phone a bunch of times and stuff. You see it in different scenes. I mean, you didn't make notes like I did, so we'll get there.
I made some notes. Listen, my next
It
note
does
is that
appear. Go
a
ahead.
character named Rose, Lucy Boynton, from the side though, like her profile, look at her on her, like from her profile angle, she looks like Emma Roberts. Same hair color, all of that.
Yeah, she looks more like Emma Roberts than Kiernan Shipka, which is
Yeah.
relevant to what happens in the movie.
And Rose is pregnant.
Yeah, because she's been fooling around. She's not a good Catholic girl.
Whatever. Here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah, I get it. Like, looks like a pretty boring place.
Everything is gray.
Backdrop to her yearbook photo is not grey though. It's a nice light blue colour.
No, but everything
She
is
gives us a nice
shot in
smile.
like this gray scale.
Yeah, it's very shadowy and gloomy, intentionally so.
It's like a sad girl movie.
It's
And
not as if they've like put a filter over it. It's just
yeah,
the setting. And Oz Perkins, he likes shadows.
he
You're gonna
does.
see that a lot in this movie if you watch it. Dark hallways and everything.
And Kiernan Shipka, her characters, she plays a girl named Catherine. Her parents have forgotten her. She's waiting to be picked up before March break. They're not there, they haven't called, so they've just forgotten her, which
Well, that's
I would
the
too.
implication. I think she has a like a dream or a vision of a car that's clearly been in a crash. It's
Mm.
not really that they've forgotten her, it's that they probably crashed their car on route. They just don't know that yet. It seems that they've forgotten or they're running late. As are
Seems like they've
Rose's
forgotten
parents.
her. Rose's parents are not there because she told them not to come.
She deliberately told them the wrong day so she could deal with this pregnancy issue that she's got going on.
Yep. So she's sneaking out to presumably meet her baby daddy. And that's when we see the queen for the first time, although she looks a little bit greasy. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, she's probably had a difficult day.
Mm.
You're skipping ahead
Am
quite a
I?
lot. Yeah, you are skipping a lot.
Okay, so I think you know what I think happened? I think there were conversations that I found so like tedious. Maybe I missed something. So what am I skipping ahead of? You tell me.
Well, we get a lecture from the principal to the students about their conduct and whatnot.
Oh,
You know, the usual thing that they do at the start and end of school years. At least in the UK, they do this kind of thing.
well, the girls also live at
So,
this school.
yeah, it's a boarding school. So this lecture that he's giving about conduct, he could have done with giving it to you. Not that you'd have paid attention.
I would not have paid attention. He probably would have tried to spray me with holy water.
Overlaid with scenes of the principal giving this lecture is shots of Keen and Shipker outside, walking away from the building and crying to herself.
For an inexplicable reason, because again, this movie doesn't explain things.
Well, it's foreshadowing, but we'll realize that later in the movie.
I'll let you explain it to me because I don't get it. But yes, it's foreshadowing.
Yeah, I'll explain it when we get there. For now, she's very sad and she's very lonely, and she does her performance on stage where she plays the piano and sings the song, which I know you enjoyed.
Yeah.
The other students didn't enjoy it though; they seemed pretty unmoved.
For those of you who've forgotten, I lost a bet. This is why I'm here.
Lucky you. Every cloud has a silver lining, you know.
Please.
But the takeaway from all this is that the kids are breaking up. Finn and Rose are kind of stuck here for their own reasons. And Rose is told that she has to look out for Catherine, which of course she doesn't do because,
She doesn't want to.
yeah, Catherine's kind of dull. She's kind of a bore. You don't want to
She
hang
is.
around with her at night when you could be off, I don't know, fucking.
Plus, you can have all the sex you want when you're pregnant because you're not going to get pregnant again.
Life hack right there.
She sneaks out with her baby daddy. And when he drops her back off at the end of the night, he tells her that he'll be there for her. And she says something about how she's going to take care of it. So we all know what that implies. I don't really understand how
Yeah.
this fits into the story.
Yeah, I mean, it adds a layer to her character. If we didn't have this, she'd kind of just be a cipher.
Mm.
So I guess that's the purpose it
I'll be
serves.
honest, I think she's the most interesting character in the movie. At least she talks.
Yeah, and
She's
she talks a bit of shit to Kat as well.
She does. She talks, she emotes. It's not like all doom and gloom with her.
I liked her story about the sisters who work at the school being secretly bold and wearing wigs and being devil worshippers, which she tells to Kat, kind of plants the seeds for some of Kat's delusions in this movie, which might not be delusions, but we'll
Well,
get
she
there.
pays for that in the end, doesn't she?
Yeah, like maybe you should have just completely left Kat alone and not talked to her at all. Might help. C'est la vie.
Then we are with greasy Emma Roberts at the bus stop, bus station,
Pre-greased.
bus
No
depot.
complaints.
I'm sorry, greasy hair is not sexy, but luckily,
She pulls it off, I think.
James
Unbiased.
Remar arrives and offers to help her. He offers to drive her somewhere. She takes him up on the offer.
Yeah, I mean,
And
he
then we
sees
see
her
a
sat there on
scene.
the bench and
Yeah, she looks kind of
picks her up.
sad and homeless, like, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I'd pick her up out of the goodness of my own
And she
heart.
does get a shower because on their way to wherever he's dropping them off, they have to stop for the night. And him and his wife are kind enough to get her a motel room. So I won't skip ahead too much, but I will say that she does get to shower and
She scrubs up nicely.
she does. You would take her clean or dirty.
Like I said, beggars can't be choosers, you know.
Exactly.
Life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, and I like lemons to begin with, so it's fine, you know.
That is an interesting way to put it.
She gets picked up by James Remar. Is that how you say his name? Or was it
Remar, I
Remar?
think. I don't know.
Yeah,
I love him. He's
great
been in a
actor.
lot of stuff, but I
Nobody
guess
talks about him, but I think he's a really good actor.
I do too. And this is going to be, I guess, a bit of a weird reference for a horror podcast. He was on Sex and the City,
You
and
mentioned that to me.
I actually really liked his character on that show. He just played like an unapologetic man whore, and I love it.
Relatable.
Mm.
We did skip ahead a little bit there, but it doesn't really matter. It's relevant. The thing with this movie is that it is very minimal on plot, and it's also, in a way, it's told out of sequence.
I hate it.
They do,
Thanks.
which is how they space stuff out a bit. I know you hate it. Like, I mean,
I really tried.
you did, and I tried to convince you, but you weren't going for it.
This is my third try. I watched the first time by myself, didn't like it. The first time I watched it predates me knowing you. And
Yeah, I think
then
so.
I mentioned it in conversation one day that I fucking hated it. And you were like, oh my God, no. And I think I
We're
heard your
friends.
heartbreak. Like, I choose you heartbreak.
Pinpoint the moment.
Yeah, exactly. But I really think, yeah, you convinced me to give it another try. Like, okay, let's try it again. Okay, fine. We watch it together. I could not be moved. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I will explain better like once we're done getting through this story. And I mean, I wish you could see the air quotes when I say story because it's tenuous at best, but
It's a slim story. I'll admit
it's a
that.
slim story. To call it a story is very generous. What I will say this movie has in spades is imagery.
Yeah,
A
it's very
lot of
heavy on that.
fucking imagery that to me amounts to nothing. Anyways.
And we're about to get some of that imagery.
And now I watched it a third time because I lost a bet.
Lesson learned. Okay. There's no homewreckers in this movie, though.
If anything, my rating went down
Yeah, it
after
did.
watching it a third time, and I
Half
think
a
at this
star.
point, if I have to watch it anymore, my rating will just go consistently down until it's at half a star.
Okay, I'll watch it by myself next time then. I'll enjoy it.
You have a better chance at swaying my opinion on Zombies Halloween than you do this movie.
Okay. Maybe we rewatch that next then.
No, we already have our episodes scheduled until January. Nice try. But one day,
Next year, maybe.
a Halloween episode.
Yeah.
It's a lot of conversation. A lot of the conversation doesn't make sense. It's just I'm waiting for Jason to walk into frame and just stab somebody in the face. And sadly, it never happened. But I do get James Remar.
Okay. Good for him.
And I do feel bad for what happens to his character because he just wants to help Emma Roberts, inviting her to hitch a ride with him and his wife, getting her a motel room when they have to. I think it's because of a snowstorm. There's bad weather coming. So they decide to hunker down in a motel and he gets her a room, takes her out to dinner, assuming that she's hungry, obviously. But he's not alone. He is driving with his wife, who doesn't have much to say, but she's a bit of like an odd character. She seems a little bit bitter. Because the backstory here is that James Remar and his wife, played by the way by Lauren Holly from Dumb and Dumber, I don't really know what else she's done besides that. Oh, I think she did Picket Fences.
Okay.
This is procedural police drama back in the day. But I think her claim to fame is having been married to Jim Carrey for half a minute. But they had a daughter who died, was murdered, and James Remar is a very warm, like his character is very warm and accommodating and understanding, and he wants to help. Whereas his wife just seems like bitter, miserable.
Yeah, she doesn't want to have much to do with this thing he has where he almost adopts people temporarily because they remind him of his daughter somehow.
Yeah,
That's
and
his
and
reasoning.
because his wife does imply that Emma Roberts is not the first one that they have helped. And I don't know what help means. I don't know if it's, offering a ride or money or what,
Yeah, I think it's little stuff like that that they're talking about.
but yeah, the wife is not happy at all. She wants to know why he feels the need to help all these strays. But nonetheless, they take off with her in the back seat. And she's looking a little bit sinister, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, a little, but I'd roll with it.
Again, you'd roll with anything.
You know who else is not happy though? Rose, because she's back at the school and, well, she's not really unhappy, I guess, but she is freaked out because she hears a noise when she's washing her face or something in the bathroom. There's a lot of bathroom scenes in this movie, which
Stop it.
I thought
I don't,
Marianne would enjoy, but
I,
but she didn't.
I'm trying to fucking drown you out.
But yeah, she hears a noise coming through the
I'm just
vent,
gonna
I
edit that
guess,
out,
or maybe
fucker.
it's the radiator where she hears the noise. I think it's the radiator,
I
and
don't like bathroom movies. I just want to go on record.
she goes to investigate this noise, heads downstairs to the boiler room, and she sees Kiernan Shipka's character bowing over and over again in front of the boiler. I guess she just really likes boilers.
I
It
feel
seemed
like
like
the
a
estate
pretty
of Wes
cool
Craven
boiler.
needs to sue.
What, because she's worshipping a boiler? Freddy Krueger. I don't think Freddy
Seriously,
Krueger's
the
the
boiler
demon
room
here.
is Kruger's territory. Like,
It's,
back
it,
off, bitch.
I'm afraid, according to the Blackcoat's daughter, it's Frank the Giant Rabbit's territory now.
Well, Freddy came first. She's bowing in front of the boiler like she's performing some kind of ritual. It looks very strange.
Yeah,
And
she's
like,
doing it quite fast as well. I mean, if I did like that, I'd put my back out. She's really committed.
I mean, yeah. And to the viewer, especially at this point in the movie, you're just very confused. Because
Build
there's
up.
been, yes, build up, but at least like I want to understand what's happening when I'm seeing build up.
That comes later.
That's what I was going to say. There's no context in this movie until the last 20 minutes.
Which I like. I think that's good. I don't see the issue with that.
But she catches her bowing and then takes her back to the bathroom, if I'm not mistaken, so that Catherine can take a shower. And
Because
this
the
is
smell is becoming a
mm, mm,
problem.
mm. This is actually the first scene that we see Rose trying to take care of Catherine the way the headmaster of the school had suggested she do originally. And she seemed very disinterested. But I think when she catches, God, what's her name?
Catherine or Cat?
Yes, Catherine. I think when she catches Catherine in the boiler room, I think she's starting, like, it's very clear throughout the movie that Catherine is sad that her parents have, quote unquote, forgotten her.
Yeah.
But Rose seems pretty unsympathetic to that. and I think the boiler room scene is where she kind of switches up a bit.
Sure.
I think she starts to see, like, Catherine's sadness and takes her to have a shower and helps her back to her room, not physically, but, like, somewhat puts her to bed. There's sympathy now, but
But
Catherine is just roasting her, so Rose decides to leave her in her room.
yeah, and she asks if there's anything else she can help Catherine with, and Catherine just says, "No, you had your chance," which is ominous.
Right?
Like, after what you've seen her doing so far, for her to say something like that and to roast you, like, it's just mean, first of all, but it's also pretty ominous. It's a bad sign.
It is.
But,
And then
speak
I was just gonna say, we go from one shower scene to another.
exactly
Um,
like it's got oh, it's like Psycho all over again.
okay, whoa.
Oz
Let's
Perkins going back to his roots.
let's what is roots? He had nothing to do with Psycho.
His dad
Listen,
did.
listen. Let's not compare this to Psycho.
Guess which one I like better?
And you would be wrong.
We're not gonna do a poll on that one because I probably would
No,
lose that.
let's.
Psycho or the Blackcoat's daughter.
Do you prefer The Blackcoat's Daughter, which is, a movie, or do you prefer the iconic
Also a movie.
The Psycho?
Okay,
I feel like classic doesn't even do it justice.
2 great
We
movies.
got we got
No,
our
that's right.
first final girl bait and switch. I think we got our first taste of queer horror, which I don't know if that was the intention or if Perkins brought that
Probably Perkins.
himself. I feel like it was Perkins, but it was just so special and groundbreaking and iconic. So yeah, tell us what you prefer, this or an iconic groundbreaking movie, directed by
Okay.
Alfred Hitchcock, by the way.
But anyway, Emma Roberts' character, she wakes up in a motel bed. And we haven't said it yet, but her character's name is Joan, by the way. We just keep saying Emma Roberts, but her character's name is Joan Marsh. And she wakes up in the motel room, and Bill's been in the room while she's been asleep. Like, he's left a note for her, left her some water by the bed, which she drinks. This water that this man she doesn't know has left. She drinks it. Yeah, he's a trustworthy guy, though, I guess. Whatever. You drink that water, hydrate,
Well,
and go
we
for a shower.
but we don't see eye to eye on Bill. Well, okay, not entirely.
Well, we're getting there.
We are. So she showers, and when she comes out, so fresh, so clean, and
Yes.
that's when Bill
With bullet holes in her back, by the way.
yes,
We see that at this point.
and that's when Bill knocks on the door, um, and
And she
we have
answers
this
wrapped in a towel.
she answers wrapped in a towel. We had this conversation last night because
Damn Bill.
I've never felt you would kill to be Bill.
Kill to be Bill. Kill Bill. Hey.
I never felt like James Remar's character in this movie was at all creepy, or I didn't feel any kind of sexual undertones in the way that he was looking at Joan. You say there's like a moment, and it's this moment when he comes to her motel room. She's in a towel,
She sits on the bed and he sits on a chair.
and he's there to ask her to dinner, but they do have, some chit chat beforehand. And she asks him at one point where his wife is, and he tells her that his wife is asleep, presumably in their motel room.
Yeah.
And that is the moment that you think there's maybe a hint of impropriety.
Yeah, because there's a little pause and he says, why? And then looks at her for a second while she stares back. So I think there's something underlying there. I'm not saying that he's a sleazy guy. He isn't.
No, no.
But I think there's a moment there,
I don't think that's what you're saying. I think he's picking up girls and he's helping girls that remind him of his daughter.
which he tells her. He also
Which
tells Joan that he sees God in her.
yeah, he's very forthcoming about that. And I think that's the part that leads me to believe that there's no creepy vibes. And you said cuz he says why. I think in that moment if and obviously this is a completely different movie. I think in that moment if she had ripped her towel off and said do me, I think he probably would have run from the hotel room screaming.
You think so?
I
This
do.
is me and him are built different. She doesn't do that, mind you.
No, she doesn't. I could be
She's not
wrong.
into him either.
We see fucked up shit in horror movies. I mean, hell, we watched a movie last week, and in
Match.
case, like, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Match on Tubi, great movie, recommend it. Mother jerks off her son. So I feel like horror fans were kind of desensitized to a lot of weird stuff. But in this case, I don't think this falls under that category. I think this man is just so heartbroken over the loss of his daughter, the murder of his daughter. And I think that that's why he finds fulfillment in helping young girls
Yeah, he's
that look
filling
like
a
his daughter.
space. in a way.
Yeah, it's filling an emotional void in his soul. His character throughout the movie seems wholesome to me. Obviously, it's a horror movie, you never know where it's gonna go. He could have turned out to be the big bad. He didn't, but I don't I think he's got, like, a savior complex.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I just think that there was that one little moment that hints that maybe there could have been something else underlying.
I agree.
Like, people are
Did
flawed.
I
Nobody's
did see
perfect.
it. I did see the look. It's a bit awkward,
She wasn't vibing with this whole situation.
but he invites her to dinner. There's a diner right next to their motel, and he says
Yeah,
she looks
we love
hungry.
those diner motels.
And she does look hungry, to be fair. She looks like she needs a good meal.
She's not energetic at all. She has a nice coat, though.
She does. So they decide to go out for dinner.
Small talk, really, and him telling her that she reminds him of his daughter, and this is where he shows her a photo of his daughter, who died 9 years ago.
And she has a strong reaction to it. So much so that she has to excuse herself from the table.
Yeah.
Run to the bathroom where she has a bit of a chuckle.
Yeah, she goes into a bathroom stall, chuckles, and then clasps her hands over her mouth, looks
Comes
around a
back
bit.
out and sees that Bill is talking to a police officer. And that's when we kind of I guess this is where the intrigue begins, at least for me.
Mm.
Because you see her eyeing a steak knife. She's standing next to a pile of dirty dishes, and on one of the plates, there's a serrated steak knife, and she's zeroing in on that. It's a shame she didn't pick it up and kill everybody.
Yeah, and, just prior to this, when she's in the bathroom, we get a flash. I don't know whether she takes the ID out or whether it's just a flashback to earlier where she had the ID in her hand, but we see the ID of Joan Marsh, and it's clearly not Emma Roberts in the ID. So to me, the implication is that she's either robbed or killed someone else already, which is why she'd be concerned
Right, you
about the
are.
police being there.
Exactly. But in the end, she doesn't stab anybody, and Bill informs her that he's ordered their food to go so that they can get a good night's sleep. Weather's picking up. Snow is a very big concern in this movie, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, I know you can relate.
And I'll be honest, this is where my notes end. So you will carry for the second.
Your notes end with them leaving the diner.
Actually, no, I did that off of memory. My notes end with James Remar comes to Joan's room to chat and invites her to dinner. But listen, in my defense, listen,
Okay.
stop, listen.
Stop taking notes halfway through the movie.
I did. I did. I totally did. But listen, there's a good reason for it. I was invested. I was focused. I was trying to
And then you weren't.
well, it's hard to be 100% focused when you're taking notes.
Okay. You locked in, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
I love that for you.
when it's something that I've never seen or something that I'm trying to, maybe get a new perspective on, I try to be invested as much as possible.
I just wanted to do more horror movies. She's done like 3.
Can I have her starring in a fucking season of Monsters? Eileen Wuornos, let's
Yasified
fucking
Eileen
go.
Wuornos.
Yassified, get out of here. Have you ever seen Eileen Wuornos?
Yes. Should we get back to the movie?
Yeah, let's get back to the movie. This was a tangent and a half.
Yeah. It's time for another awkward conversation between Joan and James Remar's wife this time because I guess he's taking care of the bill or something while they're sat in the car together. And with the photo that she looked at in the diner of their dead daughter was Rose. So these scenes that we're watching with Emma Roberts are set 9 years after Rose and Catherine's story.
Spoiler alert, Rose is dead.
Yeah.
And
And
yeah,
Rose is their daughter.
when she gets into the car, his wife demands to know, "Did he tell you? Did
Did
he
he tell you
tell
she
you
was
that our
murdered?
daughter got murdered?" He tells everybody.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward. It's like it's a lot to be dropping on Joan right now. She's just trying to get to Bramford.
It just adds to the sadness for me. Like, I just feel so bad for Bill.
Yeah. And his wife too. You can tell she's in a lot of pain. And the way she's talking about her daughter and how she never sees what he sees in these people that he says reminds him of his daughter, apart from this
I
one time.
Yeah, but I think it's more I think it's easier to sympathize with him because his delivery is so warm, whereas Lauren Holly's delivery is a little colder.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit bitter and acerbic.
She is clearly in a lot of pain.
And she says that Emma Roberts doesn't look like Boynton at all, and I disagree. I think they look more alike than her and Keenan Ship could do, which, I mean, Do we spoil that part now?
We've made this very clear. If you listen and you haven't seen, we're gonna spoil shit. So go ahead, out with it.
Kiernan Shipka and Emma Roberts are the same character,
Yeah,
just different ages.
9 years apart. Look nothing alike, by the way.
Yeah, they just have blonde hair. That's what they have in common. And Chloe Boynton looks a lot more like Emma Roberts than Kiernan
Lucy,
Shipka. Lucy Boynton. Why did I say Chloe?
I don't know.
Lucy Boynton looks a lot more like Emma Roberts.
She does, and so
Maybe that's the casting they should have gone with, but I like Kiernan Shipka's performance, so it's fine.
I do. Look, I'm not a Kiernan Shipka fan.
I know.
She appears in movies that I like. I really liked Totally Killer on Prime. I wouldn't go so far as to say that, I'm gonna watch anything and everything that she's in. I'm not, like, the biggest fan, but she does do a good job. So we learned that 9 years ago, it was okay, she's going by Joan, but Emma Roberts is Catherine, and we learned that it was Emma Roberts who lost her parents in a car crash 9 years ago, which seems to be, like, the beginning of her descent into whatever the fuck her mental state is now, which, demon possessed, I don't know, there's a lot to unpack.
The point is, she apparently doesn't look like their daughter, even though she does. And then the mother says, "It's funny, I can't see you at all," which is that's a pretty strange thing to say to poor Emma Roberts, just sat there.
Well,
I
she's
mean,
annoyed with her husband picking up all these strays.
considering Joan's situation, it probably helps that people don't see her, considering what she's up to and where she's come from, where she's going. But back at Bramford, it's dinner time. Catherine is asked to say grace by Sister Prescott, one of the secretly bold sisters that works at the school. And she doesn't approve of this because she starts to say grace and then pukes all over the place, which is what would happen if I was asked to say grace.
I mean, I
Just
think that's a bit of an overreaction.
violently throw up.
I think I would say grace like Ricky Bobby. Thank you, Pizza Hut, for this amazing bounty.
Maybe that's what Catherine should have gone with, but she doesn't get far. And even as she's getting told off for being rude, because she says something, like she tells the other sister to not touch her, you cunt, or something,
Yeah, she calls one of the nuns a cunt.
which really upsets her. Poor girl. And just as she's getting told off, the sister Prescott, who's the main one, gets called away to the phone. And so that's kind of a reprieve for Catherine.
It is, and although it's never confirmed, the assumption is that that phone call is Sister Prescott being notified that Catherine's parents have died in a car crash.
Yes, because she instructs Rose to go shovel some snow because the headmaster is going to be returning at very short notice. And as you say, it's clear to us at this point that that's the news that they're receiving. So it's
Yeah,
not just that Catherine's throwing up, it's her day's going to get worse.
a lot worse.
But in a way, she kind of knows. She hinted at it earlier.
Yeah, it's very weird. Again, it's a lot of underlying messages. You really do have to pay attention to this movie.
Yeah,
You can't, it's not a movie that you can watch while you're scrolling your phone. You have
yeah,
to watch every single frame of this movie.
yeah, because
And
it's pieces being slid into place and not
it
really
is.
over explained.
And if you look away for even a second,
What's going on here?
you're gonna miss something. Like earlier, you mentioned the demon, and I was like, "What?" And I don't even feel like I was looking away, and I didn't see the demon that you speak of, or even the hints, or the clues. But I was locked in. It's really the whole movie is a puzzle, and if you're gonna be unfocused, you're gonna be missing pieces of that puzzle.
We are in the end game though.
We are in the end game, thank God,
Because
because
the following day,
my
the head
eyelids were getting heavy right about then.
the headmaster does show up the next day with a policeman, and they go to knock on the door, which has been shoveled pretty well by Rose. However,
Yep.
nobody answers, so they
Well,
have to
they're
go
in
around
for a
back.
bit of a surprise.
Yeah, because we get a shot from the inside of the house that sort of pans around as they go around to the back door to enter. We see
There's blood.
blood on a door frame, so there's something there for Skinamarink fans.
When they get inside, you see the 2 sisters, 2 nuns. They're dead. Well, one of them is dead, the other one's kind of still twitching. But I think we're seeing no, that's not true. They're both dead.
Yeah, you're cutting ahead. Well, they are both dead in this scene, but they sort of play it back later.
They play it back and yeah, you see that one of them is dead and one of them is twitching and Catherine is standing over her and finally finishes her off.
Yeah, and we sort of at this point the story like goes back and rehashes a couple of things. It shows us a shot from earlier of Kath taking a bath, and the camera pans to reveal a shot of this demon figure. I guess there's a shadow on the wall, which you apparently missed, but it does show it.
Look, shadows. It's a lot, dude. Like, I'm trying to focus on everything. My eyes don't know where to go. I'm fighting sleep. I'm trying to keep my eyes open, but the
we,
third act, finally, at least I can say credit where credit is due. Shit finally fucking happens. For real.
yeah, we get sort of bombarded with flashbacks like previously on the Blackcoat's daughter. We see Kat trying to make phone calls and getting no response because her parents. Uh, is she calling her parents home? Because they wouldn't. Did they have cell phones in this movie? I guess they did,
I
but they
don't
weren't answering.
I didn't see a cell phone in the entire movie.
Cell phones are mentioned at one point, but we don't see any. All we have in this actual school is this payphone they have, and the only person talking to her on the payphone is this demonic voice that tells her to kill the cunts,
Mm, relatable.
which is apparently her first interaction with the demon. We get a flashback to her performance from the start of the movie where it's really shown that she's experiencing some sort of mental disturbance. And again, she sees the demon standing in the corner.
Mental disturbance. That's one way to put it. She's having an episode.
We're basically getting like some of the missing pieces of the narrative filled out for us because we flash back to the story that Rose was telling about the nuns being secret demon worshippers who were also bold. And during that scene, Kat sees the demon in the corner of the room. And anyway, it's time to find out what happened to the sisters. Catherine happened.
And is this where we see the scene where she kills Rose?
First, we see one of the sisters dying on the floor with her throat slit. Is the other one is I guess trying to crawl away.
Yes, and that's when Catherine arrives to finish her off.
Yeah, she comes up behind her, stabs her a bunch of times.
So they're both dead.
She was fucking her up for a minute there.
And then we see Rose
Yeah.
die.
Another
Rose,
shower scene. She
another shower
showers.
scene, and she hears noises and she goes to investigate. And
She looks
Catherine
outside.
quite fucking literally pops out of nowhere and just charges at her. Like
Yeah. She's
there's no,
merciless.
you don't even have a minute to think, and it's just like, and then she stabs her to death. Good scene, actually. I liked that scene.
Yeah, the way she just darts out and starts going at her. It's really good. And Catherine waits for Rose to die on the floor and then pulls her head up by her hair and holds the knife to the back of her neck. Strongly implies what does happen.
She's dead. There's no implication. She's dead.
Well, we know she's dead, but what's she going to do with that knife?
Well, we're back well, we're not back in the present. See, I hate nonlinear time in a movie. I get very fucking confused. So the present day is the day, where Emma Roberts is riding around with James Remar and his wife.
We're not going there yet.
And then you have, anyways. See, I can't even explain it. That's how much it's muddy.
It goes back and forth.
But then we go back to the house where the headmaster has shown up with a police officer, by the way. I don't know if it's a police officer or like a security, which I'm a little bit confused by that. Why would he show up with a police officer? I know that,
Because the cops are who informed him of her death, of the parents' deaths.
I guess.
I mean, generally in the UK, when someone dies, it's the police that deliver the message, not your school headmaster.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. It's different when you're talking about a child, I think.
Yeah.
Hearing it from somebody that you know, at least. But
Well, yeah, that's probably why he's there, not just the
yeah,
cop, I think.
regardless, it's a good thing that he showed up with a cop. Or is it, actually? I think it would be funnier if he'd showed up alone because he would have died too.
Yeah, like, you'd have been
But
fucked.
the cop makes his way down to the boiler room
Yeah.
where Catherine is again bowing to the boiler.
She's got company, though.
She's got company. She's got three decapitated heads. She's
Death
got
metal intensifies.
the two sisters and Rose's head on the floor next to her. And he tells her to drop the knife because she does have the knife in her hand. And she very slowly and dramatically raises her arms, and you're kind of wondering what she's going to do. And sure enough, she tries to attack him, but a knife is no match for a gun.
Well,
Spoiler alert.
she repeats the words "Hail Satan" a few times
Yes,
first,
she does.
and then screams. I'm not sure she tried to attack him. I think she just screams, and he assumes
I
he's
think
just
he
gonna.
took it as an attack,
Yeah, he's like, "Fuck this shit. You're not getting me, bitch."
right?
Blasts her.
Blasts her, and that's where we learn where Joan's bullet scars come from.
Yeah, this motherfucker shot her twice.
He did,
Damn.
and she
She really
didn't
wanted a
die.
gun. That's the power of Emma Roberts, you know? Same thing with Scream 4. She's still out there.
whatever, Delulu. And it's at this point that we're back in the present day for real.
For realsies.
She's in the back seat. They're driving towards Branford, and she instructs Bill to pull over because she's going to be sick. Bill's
Yep.
wife is very much against this.
Yeah, she does not want to pull over near the Bramford school, understandably. You
Well,
also don't want sick in your car, do you? So
this is where she was supposed to be dropped off. She's going to Branford. So, what do you mean you don't want
he
to pull over near Branford?
I wonder if Bill didn't tell his wife that that was where she was headed. Maybe that would have been
Maybe,
too awkward.
but
He does pull over. He ignores his
he
wife.
he ignores his wife,
It's Emma
pulls
Roberts.
over, and
Do what she says.
as it turns out, she wasn't feeling sick. She was feeling an urge, but it wasn't an urge to throw up. It
And
was an urge to
she didn't just look at that steak knife.
she took
She
it,
she took it.
and she then uses it to kill Bill and his wife.
Yeah, she slits his throat and
I'm
stabs
sad
his
like,
wife a
I'm
ton of
sad.
times.
I'm sad that their characters died. It's very
Yeah, I liked them both. I mean, obviously Bill was more sympathetic, so great performances too, I think, from those two. Both of them recognizes their daughter's killer
no,
somehow.
and they end up dying at the hands of their daughter's killer.
It's unfortunate for Bill.
He was the star of this movie for me,
And to be fair to Joan, she actually does throw up after killing them. She throws up in the back seat, but she's
and
still
then
not
gets out
done.
and starts crying.
She goes to decapitate them. That's strongly implied. And then she gets a bag out of the boot of the car. I guess she puts their heads in it, then cleans the blood off her face, puts on a little bit of makeup from the looks of it, and puts a cool red jacket on, which I like. But yeah, just in case you've been watching this movie and haven't put it together yet, the film does put it together for you that they're the same person. It cuts to a hospital scene with Kat, and the priest shows up and he does a whole exorcism to get rid of this demon who Kat slash Joan begs not to go. But the demon respects the priest too much. He has to leave.
But then
So,
why is she still killing?
because she wants the demon to come back. Because
Okay, so
the
when
demon was
she's
the last thing she had really after her parents died. So she was completely alone apart from this demon that she was killing for. And the priest got rid of the demon.
so she's not screaming and crying out of remorse. She's
No,
screaming and crying because
because
the demon still has not returned.
yeah, she's still completely alone and isolated. That's my interpretation anyway.
All right. No, I need to hear your interpretation because I don't have an interpretation. This is just like it's like a word salad of
It's a word salad movie.
awkward conversations and imagery and snow and gray and
But she does return to the Bramford school with the heads of these poor people. And there's a framed photo of their daughter on the floor as well. So I don't know if that implies that the school didn't reopen after the murders and that framed photo somehow ended up there. But
so that was
this,
my interpretation of that the school was then abandoned.
yeah, and it's certainly abandoned when Joan approaches it today. And she heads down to the boiler room with her heads.
Mhm.
I guess it's not shown that she lays them out like she did with the heads of the sisters and Rose, but she probably did do that. We just get a shot of her touching this cold boiler and just standing there. It's a really good shot, actually. You probably don't agree. She's
She's
trying to get the demon back.
she's trying to summon her demon back,
It doesn't work.
and that's when we see her back outside screaming slash crying like a real moment of despair and solitude. Because as you say, she's alone. So I think that scene is like the maybe that scene is the realization that she is always gonna be alone.
Yeah,
'Cause obviously she's
exactly.
been trying to get this demon back. She killed Joan. Rose's parents are not the first people that she's killed since the exorcism. So I feel like maybe she thought killing them close to Brantford, where her murder spree started,
Yeah,
would do something. I think my takeaway was that bringing them there was her last ditch effort. Like, I think in her mind, if she couldn't get the demon back this way, he wasn't coming back.
yeah. And I think that's the realization she has
Yeah,
when she walks into the road and cries and screams.
exactly my take too.
Although there is a moment at the end where she sort of stares off into the distance. Like there's different interpretations that people have of that. Some people think that maybe she does see the demon at this point. What do you think? Like just as the film ends, it's like she focuses on something. Maybe. I'm not so sure myself. I think
I don't know.
I think what you said is probably true.
What do you mean? What
That
did I say?
that she's alone forever.
Yeah,
It's a
I
bleak ending.
it is a bleak ending, and look, it suits the movie. What you're proposing, if it is the case, it's possible. I find it hard to give my take on nuanced movies,
Okay.
and I'm not trying to dumb myself down because I don't think I'm like a stupid person by any means, but my
You're
taste
alright.
in thanks.
No worries.
My taste in movies is very lowbrow. Like I said earlier, it's like the lowest common denominator: boobs, blood, practical effects. Movies like Society where you see an actual human butt face. And there are exceptions, but this type of
It's not
I'm
conclusive, the movie.
I'm not great with themes. Like I've said this before many times, my media literacy is absolute garbage. Hidden messages, unless the message is going to jump out of the screen and slap me across the face, usually it takes me a few watches to understand like the underlying themes of the most nuanced movies. So with a movie like this, like I feel like I learn or interpret something new with every rewatch.
Yeah.
But I don't feel confident enough in my abilities to unpack and decipher these things to take a strong stance, if that makes any sense.
No, I get what you're saying.
Like, I feel like the way I understand a movie like this, if I were to explain it, somebody who's maybe a little bit more of like a film snob would listen to my take and kind of laugh it off. This movie leaves a lot of unanswered questions. There's stuff that's ambiguous.
I think it's open to interpretation how the movie adds up in the end and what it's about. Ultimately, it is about loneliness, but what feeds into that is debatable, I think.
I think the most underlying theme is grief. Catherine's grief over losing her parents,
And we love grief-driven horror movies.
and Rose's parents in their grief of losing her. Um, and like I'm not gonna lie, that's probably part of why I don't enjoy this movie. I like popcorn movies. Like I like to have fun.
Yeah, this
And
is not a fun movie.
it's not.
It's a sad movie.
There are exceptions to that. I don't hate sad movies. I have to be in the mood. And I have
Yeah,
to know what I'm watching. I don't like for certain types of movies, I don't like going in blind because I need to mentally prepare
yeah,
for what I'm gonna watch. Grief is not a really good subject for me,
sure.
personally, especially in movies where you see character lose one or both of their parents. For me, it just hits a little too close to home.
Yeah,
Um that might play into why I don't love this movie so much. I haven't really unpacked that. I don't like to unpack shit like that, but that could be it. But yeah, I'm just mainly waiting for somebody to come out and stab somebody, and I want blood gushing. And
get a bit of that.
at the end when
Yeah,
Joan
eventually.
kills Rose's parents, there's blood. You get a little bit in the scene with the sisters, but all in all, this movie is like one tone for me. It's gray.
It's a beautiful shade of grey, though.
I feel like I've always felt like this. Your taste is more evolved than mine.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Do you think the demon is actually real? Or do you think it's like a projection of her mental illness? I'm
I
not so
think
sure.
I think it's a projection of her grief.
Yeah, I think it's sort of a combination of that and the religion that's been drummed into her. I mean, clearly the priest believed that the demon existed because he did the exorcism, but I
Y
think it was in her head, and that's why
People
it doesn't come back.
I see that part I don't know. It's possible because there are stages of grief, and one of the stages is anger. And I guess, having watched it a 3rd time,
But yeah,
I feel like it's possible that the profound anger that she felt is maybe what manifested it, real or imagined. I'm not taking a stance on that either way, because I'm not sure.
that's a good way of looking at it. I mean, if the demon is real, it certainly, you know, grasped the opportunity to influence her.
I think the demon sensed her intense vulnerability, her despair, her sadness, and capitalized on it to possess her. Or it was imagined her loneliness from losing her parents just drove her to do these things, and maybe she hallucinates or imagines a demon as a scapegoat
Yeah.
to help her explain her own actions to herself.
I mean, the only thing we do know for sure is that Blackcoat's Daughter is a five-star masterpiece. The performances are great. I love this movie. I'm sorry. I even love the greyness that you seem to really dislike. The cinematography I love, the acting I love. Directing, I love. What little story there is, I like how it all adds
Okay,
up.
okay, here's a question for you. Tell
Okay.
me one thing you don't love about this movie.
One thing I don't love about this movie,
Or are you just like 5 stars across the board?
I'm struggling to think of anything I dislike about this. That's why it's 5 stars.
Alright,
I guess if I didn't like everything, it'd be like 4.5.
that's fine.
Yeah, I love this one, unapologetically.
I'm a little more liberal with my ratings
The
than you are. You probably wouldn't want me to watch this again because my rating goes down consistently every time. The first time
Yeah,
I watched it, I was at 3.5 stars, then the second time I lowered it to 3, and then just lowered it to 2.5 after this rewatch.
damn
So all
shame.
and I think those 2.5 stars are for James Remar and Emma Roberts.
Yeah, for me, after watching it as many times as I have, they they're the standouts for me. I know Kiernan Shipka was really good. For me, it's James Remar and Emma Roberts, especially acting together. They're the highlights. So I agree with you there.
Like how you say this movie ticks every box for you.
Ticks none
For
for
me,
you.
it ticks none. It's everything that I don't like poured into one movie. And
This is like the opposite of like with Scream 4, where you sort of came round to my line of thinking a bit more over time. Now
I
we're just getting further apart on this movie.
but you know that this is not my cup of tea.
I do.
And when I say this, I don't mean the movie. Like, again, everything in this movie, you know that these are not the things that I like. There are ways to use all of the different elements in this movie to make something that I could enjoy watching. But when you mix it all together, it's just this bleak viewing experience that I like. It doesn't move me. It doesn't, I can't even say it's a bad movie.
It's just not for you at
It's not
all.
for me. It's not for me. And, like, there's some movies that I feel comfortable calling bad, but movies like this, I just have to kind of accept the fact that I'm not the target audience. I'm not the demographic that they're going after. They're going after, people who want a more intellectual experience in their movies, and I don't. Like, yeah, I sometimes get the feeling like describing my movie tastes in a way kind of dumbs me down. I like fun, I like popcorn movies. This movie is neither.
Yeah, it's very much the opposite to that kind of thing.
It could be a good movie to some, it's not a good movie to me.
It's not in your personal top 10 like it is for me.
No, this movie is a sleeping pill, it's an Ambien. I just don't care to ever watch it again. Thanks, Juno, you fucking whore. 90-minute movie that I will say feels like it's 2 hours and 40 minutes long.
Okay. You have a different experience to me. To me, it feels about that length.
To me, it
But
just feels so long.
then again, I'm invested. So
I was invested. I gave it the best shot that I could,
you did, and you disliked it more than you did
and
the
like,
last time you watched it. I think the last two times you watched it was with me as well.
whenever I watch a movie for the first time, I do give it my 100% of my attention. I don't scroll my phone. So I did watch it the first time, paying attention, didn't like it, actually hated it, and then when we watched it together the second time, I'll cop to it. I was scrolling my phone the whole fucking time.
Damn,
I was like, "I know I don't like this. I'll do this for him."
so kind of you.
But I was scrolling the timeline, I think I was playing Candy Crush, and this time, I mean, I had to pay attention to
No
take
Candy
my
Crush this time,
no, to take my, like, my substandard notes, which,
which
like,
you gave up
normally
on eventually.
I gave up, I'm at half a page, and when I take notes for any movie that we watch, usually it's, like, 4 pages long.
Yeah, this is certainly the first time I've had more notes. I mean, it's my movie, so
You wanna talk about all the things that, like, you enjoy. For me, clearly, what I enjoy could fill less than half a page, and even the notes that I made, it's not necessarily because I enjoyed them, it was, like, stupid jokes, like, "Daddy, would you like some sausage?" My mind
DirecTV love.
was yeah, my mind was trailing right from the jump, but
That's fine.
it's just not for me, and that's okay.
Yeah,
I'm glad you enjoyed it,
thank you. I did
and
enjoy it, and I will rewatch it, just
mm,
not with you.
you'll rewatch it a lot, and I think my rating will stay comfortably at 2.5 stars.
3 stars would have been nice, but here we are. I know, like, I flew too close to the sun by rewatching this again with you.
You wanted to record the episode, so you lived the dream today. We talked about one of your favorites, and I think I've been really good in kind of articulating the things I don't lie about I don't li
You
I
have,
think I've I think I've
you've
been really good
cooked.
in articulating the things that I don't like about it, as opposed to just sitting here and telling you it's dog shit.
Yeah, he's done a great job of being wrong.
I mean, wrong is subjective. I don't think
True
wrong
that.
means the same thing in the UK that it does here.
It's
I'm
just a little
curious what the
joke.
listeners think of this movie because I feel like it's something that's not talked about, but I do feel like the movie is divisive.
Yeah, I
There's no
think
middle
so.
ground. There's people that just find it to be the most boring fucking thing they've ever seen, or 5 stars, masterpiece. It's a movie.
Yeah, I think the reception of the movie is generally positive, but it is also, like you say, divisive. It leans more in the positive direction from what I've seen, but it does have its detractors, and you are one of them, unfortunately. But I persevere.
Do you think that this is Oz Perkins' best movie?
Yes, I think.
I think you thought like me about Longlegs. I think you enjoyed it, but you thought it was a bit overhyped,
I
if I remember
I
correctly.
think I think it's a great movie. I love Longlegs, but the hype was something else. Same with Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Same with weapons. Movies get hyped up so much these days, and Longlegs is an example, but I do think it's one of the better ones. For me, Blackcoat's Daughter, it's his debut film, still his best film. Sort of like same with Rob Zombie for me as well.
That's fair.
They started on top. I don't know
That's
how Oz
fair.
Perkins himself feels about it, but I think he cooked pretty well with the first movie he made. It's my favorite.
Alright, that's fair.
Have you seen the
It's
Gretel and Hansel movie he did?
with Hawkeye,
Who's Hawkeye?
Jeremy Renner.
Was Jeremy Renner in it?
He was in
I
some Hansel and Gretel movie, I think.
No,
I
he
don't know.
wasn't in this one. This one he had Sophia Lillis from the 2 It movies, the one that played Beverly.
Alright,
That's a decent movie.
I'll
I
add
don't
it to
think.
my watch list.
Yeah, I mean, you can add it if you want. I don't think you would like it.
I think what he
You
tried
certainly wouldn't like, I Am the Pretty Thing That Lives in the House. Don't watch that one.
I'm already turned off by the title, I'm not gonna lie. I think he was trying to do something different with the monkey. I think because it was marketed as horror comedy, and I think
Yeah,
that was his attempt to do something, like, a little more like, I thought it was gonna be the first movie that I was really gonna love of his.
yeah. It's certainly the outlier in his filmography. It stands out from the rest,
Yeah.
not always
Unfortunately,
in a good way.
I didn't enjoy it as much as I was hoping to.
I don't get his sense of humor at all. Personally, I like the
I
gore, but the comedy was off.
Well, that's it. I heard comedy and I thought, "Okay, great, something finally that's not, like, so artsy." And
Also,
yeah, it didn't really
it did
work for me.
it didn't feel like Stephen King at all to me.
No.
If I'd watched that without any context and someone told me, "Yeah, Stephen King wrote the story that was based on,"
What a
I'd be like, "What? There's nothing Stephen King about that," but whatever. But yeah, Blackcoat's Daughter's probably gonna stay my favorite film of his for a long time.
Unless he
Why'd you
collabs again with Emma Roberts.
Maybe they could do a sequel. She's still out there,
There you go.
you know? And, like, she can still play, what, a 25-year-old if they wanna do a direct sequel.
I don't know about 25-year-old anymore,
Okay,
but
we'll say that she's been out there for 5 more years
she
and make her
looks great for
30.
her age, I'm not gonna lie.
Damn straight. But who knows? He's making, like, 3 horror movies a year at this point. Maybe I
I'm
will get a
not
new favorite. He's racing.
I'm not as hyped for them as I once was. When he first kind of got into directing, I was really excited to see, I guess because he is the son of a horror icon.
Yeah.
I was just so excited to see his take on horror, and everything he's made has fallen flat for me. So, I'm at a point now, and I wonder if this happens to other people. When I hear he has projects coming, I don't get as excited anymore.
You just sort of shrug.
I kinda shrug, and, yeah, I'm gonna watch some, but the hype that I felt, like, hearing other movies announced, it's kind of gone. I feel like when a director or an actor or somebody, like, kind of falls short
Mm.
after 1 or 2 or 3 attempts, I think the hype just kind of leaves your body, and he's got one coming out soon, it's called Keeper,
Yeah.
and, yeah, I'm seeing people excited, and I'm having trouble getting excited anymore. I'm still gonna watch, and I do hope that one day I do hope that one day he makes something for me,
I
but
guess
it's not his style, and I'm okay with that.
I guess to you, he's what Zach Cregger is to me. Like, every new movie he does gets hyped, and I could do without it.
But I feel the same way about Zach Cregger. Like,
Well, that's
I
just
feel
my example for me, but if you feel the
no, but
same way, that's good.
I feel that way about, like, a
My one
few.
ally in my anti-Zach Cregger crusade. Don't need that Resident Evil movie, to be honest, but it's just me. Yeah.
After a few experiences like that, I start to temper my expectations. It takes a lot to get me hyped up. Like, I'm not that person who gets hyped up just because a movie is coming out and it's horror. It has to be something that appeals to me. It has to be something that makes me excited to go out and buy a ticket on day 1. That it doesn't happen often.
Yeah, I
And
mean, I'm sort of the same. Like, I'll watch anything, but doesn't mean I'll get excited for anything. And I'm pretty excited for Osgood Perkins movies there. So on this one, I can't relate, but
that's fair.
I have the same feeling about other people. Maybe we'll do a poll though. We'll ask people what they think about this movie.
Yeah.
Like,
It's,
do you agree with my excellent take or Marianne's lukewarm take?
your take is the hot take. My take is,
Stone cold, like Canada.
yes, stop that. It's not stone cold. You are.
I think we're done for this movie. You lost your bet. You paid your debt. Now we move on to another movie next week.
You saying that we're done is music to my ears.
You've been waiting for me to say that we're done this whole time.
Yeah. Yeah.
17 episodes. It's finally over.
I didn't mean it like that. But no, I've been waiting for it to be over for quite, some time since I found out that we were doing this. I was very excited for it to be over.
You have only yourself
Um,
to blame for that.
and yes, we will be back next week with a new episode, which we're not lying this time. I know at the end of our Halloween episode, we said we'll see you next Tuesday,
And that didn't happen.
which turned out to be a lie.
Trust issues.
No, not I'm I
We're
you know what?
triggering them.
I've been exhausted on top of recording these and editing these. Well, the editing is really like the hard part. The
Yeah.
part that I really fucking oh my god, I don't hate it. It drains my energy. It's not it's the least fun part of the whole process for sure.
Yeah.
But last weekend I went to a convention. I was away for 4 days. Whoops.
What
S
days?
I was
You
away
wait
for
for like
f
2 minutes.
I was away for 4 days and, yeah, I did not feel like rushing home to then edit our Halloween episode, which, by the way, was like 3 hours and 3.5 hours long,
We did sum you up in that day.
uncut. Oh, we did so much yapping. So I bought myself a week's grace to decompress because the convention hangover is real.
Yeah. And sometimes we're gonna take a break here and there.
Yes.
It's a
And
whole thing.
I will say not last week, 2 weeks ago, we talked about Halloween 3, and this was Sean Hunt's favorite Halloween movie, his favorite watch for October 31st, and he had a theory,
Oh no.
a very interesting theory about how Ellie was an android the entire time. And so last weekend, I met the man, the myth, the legend, Tom Atkins himself, and I
Nice.
told him about Sean's theory.
What did he say?
I don't wanna say he got upset.
Oh, did you upset an old man?
He did okay. He didn't get upset, that's not the right word.
You punched Marianne in the face and told her to shut the fuck up.
He did not, no, he was the sweetest. His response was very abrupt and animated and, like, passionate. Like,
Was it a
it
yes?
wasn't a subdued response, and he just looked at me and he said, "Get out of here with that." So, a
It's like when
fun little
people say
anecdote
McCready was the thing at the end. Like, no.
a fun little moment from my weekend, which I already DM'd Sean and I told him about it, but
Sorry, Sean.
I thought I would share this since he shared his theory last week, and I didn't think it was a bad theory, but Tom Atkins sure as fuck did.
Yeah, and that's what happens if you come on our show. You come tell us your theory, we will track down people like Tom Atkins to dispel those myths and
I
crush
did
your
not
dreams. That's the only reason she went, guys.
I did not wow, no.
As if, Sean. We'll see about
Did
that.
I did not track him down for that. The plan was already in place to
It
meet him,
was
and I
for
just
quite a
thought it would
while.
be I thought I wanted to get his take on it and see if he thought it was interesting or not,
Yeah.
and, sadly, he did not, but we still love you, Sean.
Yeah, we love you, Tom Atkins.
Yes.
Technically contributed to this episode, so thanks for that, Tom.
Thanks for the clicks and views, Tom.
Yeah.
But when we end this episode, which I guess we're doing now,
Yeah.
we're not gonna mislead people. We're not gonna lie to do we wanna tell people what we're watching next week?
She's lighting up.
No,
Do we? I mean, it's up to you. We can tell them. We don't do the guessing games anymore, so I
we
guess it's
don't.
fine to say.
We're kind of trying to find our groove still. even after 17 episodes. But next week, you know what? Let's do a guessing game.
Do a guessing game. I'm gonna mix it up. Going back to our roots.
We are recording a new episode that will be dropping on November 18th, which also happens to be the anniversary of the release date for this film. We're not going to tell you the year. I feel like that would be giving too much away. I will say it is one of my favorite subgenres. It is my favorite subgenre.
Rom-com.
And what's below subgenre is like
Subcategory.
subgenre. There you go. It's my favorite subgenre and it's my favorite subcategory.
Say sub
So
again.
sub, submissive. Anyways,
Excellent. Excelente. See, I can do that too.
that's not a word, but okay. So yeah, try and figure it out. November 18th, it's a big day. One of my favorite movies too. Is it safe to say that the movie that we're covering next week is also one of your favorite movies?
No.
My heart hurts. What
It's
is wrong with you?
it's a pretty good movie. It's a good movie.
Oh
I
god.
like it. I enjoy it.
Oh god.
Some good deaths.
Oh god.
It's not one of my
Okay.
favorites. I'm
All right.
sorry if
No,
I
it's
hurt you
fine.
there.
You did. You hurt me, but it's fine.
It's okay because you don't have to speak to me for a few days now. This episode is done,
Wow.
so it's okay.
Stop. Next week. Great movie. I'm super excited, which is nice after this week, which has been a low point for me
Okay.
personally. But I'm happy that you enjoyed our rewatch this week.
Thank you.
And yeah, Blackcoat's daughter, Kakapupu.
5 stars.
Oh my God, I'm so glad this is over. So, what does that mean?
What that means, dear listeners, is that we'll see you next Tuesday. And this time we fucking mean it.
Hell yeah, we
We'll be
do.
there.